Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a different kind of video. It's basically about who I think would win between Shadow the Hedgehog from Sonic and Vincent Valentine from Final Fantasy. Alright, let's start off with Shadow. His attack potency is basically at large planet level, which is basically equal to Adventure Sonic, who he fought to a standstill. He is able to harness the energy of the Chaos Emeralds simply by holding them, and is noted to be capable of using them to their full potential. Basically, in which an emerald could basically move pieces of the earth. He's at small star level when he defeated Amaral, right after he gave the final Chaos Emerald to him, which is basically grew in intelligence and power with each Chaos Emerald it received. He can keep up with modern Sonic, who defeated the Egg Dragoon in his base form during Sonic Generations. It's possibly even higher with the Lightspeed attack. Just like Sonic, the Lightspeed attack also allows Shadow to achieve double the damage he can normally do. And without his limiters, he casually annihilated an army of Mephili's clones once he removed his inhibitor rings. He's at least Universe level plus when he's empowered by all the emeralds. He fought and defeated Final Hazard along with Super Sonic, and he's at low multiverse level when he defeated Solaris alongside Sonic and Silver in their super forms. And it's possibly even higher without his limiters. Now let's go to speed. He is basically at least FTL, and he's basically superior to Classic Sonic, who traveled through time through the Lightspeed circuit. He is FTL plus without his limiters. He's FTL plus, and he's comparable to modern Sonic, who intercepted an attack from a clone of him that basically caught Sonic off guard. He is massively FTL, his reaction speed, and with his boost, he can react and dodge Sonic's boost, and he also has a boost technique of his own. He's faster through different kinds of power-ups. He's massively FTL when he's compared to Super Sonic, and he's powered by the Chaos Emeralds, to immeasurable. He's able to outpace laser attacks that stem from Solaris' body, and whose attacks are shown to be throughout all of time itself due to them appearing in the past, present, and future alike. And he's also comparable to Super Sonic, who is capable of attacking Solaris faster than it can even cross its arms to defend himself. And he's even faster without his limiters. His lifting strength is Class M, basically equal to Adventure Sonic. He's at least Class Z, likely Class Y, equal to post-generations modern Sonic, who can push back the Egg Dragoon. He's pre-stellar to superior to the Hyper-Gohan energy used by the Wisps, to immeasurable when he pushed back Solaris. His striking strength is like large planet class, which is basically equal to Adventure Sonic's. He's even higher with the Lightspeed attack and without his limiters. He is at small star class, which he can harm modern Sonic. It's even higher with the Lightspeed attack, and without his limiters, he's basically at universal plus to low multiversal, and even higher without his limiters. His durability is at large planet level. It's even high without his limiters. It's small star level when he fought evenly with Sonic several times. It's even higher without his limiters, and he's at least universal level to low multiversal level. With his super forms, offered durability that is even greater than all that of the strength that they give. So, intelligence. He's basically gifted, he is skilled, and he had direct experience in fighting several kinds of opponents. And his notable attacks are his spin. Like, he basically has the same attack as like Sonic. Spin dash, spin jump. And he also has an attack called Black Tornado. And when we go into his chaos powers, he has attacks like Chaos Control, Chaos Blast, and Chaos Spear. Chaos Control is like using to control the fabric of time and space. He can use it to teleport himself, people, and objects. He can manipulate time by slowing down or stopping it. Chaos Spear, which is basically a form of electricity into a spear-shaped energy construct, and he fires it like an energy bolt. And Chaos Blast, which is basically an explosion of highly powered negative chaos energy that basically damages anyone caught in its range. Okay, so now that we're done with Sonic, or Shadow, let's move on to Vincent Valentine. So he's basically one of the characters from Final Fantasy. His attack potency, let's start off, he's at least Lieutenant level, which is much stronger than before. He can now access summons himself, including several above Ifrit, like Leviathan and Bahamut, which is basically a summoner's power correlates to that of his summoned beast. He was eventually multi-solar system level, if he should not compare, and not stronger than Red X, who can create a starry sky with his Stardust Ray limit breaks. He defeated the pieces of Jehovah, including Jehovah Death, who can compare to Haushi during the time of the Cetra. He's basically above Zero Kanai, I'm not saying that, by warranting the creation of the 8 weapons, while destruction caused the employment of simply the Jade weapon. Yeah. It's even higher with his limit breaks. It can ignore durability in several ways. He is multi-galaxy level, which he controls the Knights of the Round, who can destroy a dimension large enough to contain at least 2 galaxies during their assault. It's even higher with his limit breaks. He's multi-galaxy level when he's empowered by Chaos. He's handedly defeated Weiss, who is vastly superior to all of the other Sviets, and sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, and had completely overwhelmed him just moments before. In his Chaos form, he broke Azul out of his Arc form, which is almost invulnerable to all of his base form's attacks with a single strike, and later single-handedly took down Weiss, as he had taken the power of the Omega weapon and grown much stronger as well. He's at least multiversal level, which is comparable to the other warriors of Materia and draws power from the god of the cycle. And he participated in the defeat of Shinryu. When we go on speed, he's basically at least sub-relativistic, plus he's much stronger than before. He's eventually massively faster than light, compared to Red the 13th, whose power can interact with the stars in the sky at the speed through his Stardust Ray limit break, and he eventually Cosmo Memory. And the stronger fragments of the Jehovah parties defeated are comparable to their state during the time of the Cetra, that would put them far above Bahamut Fury, a summon whose alternate realm contains an analog of the solar system and who can fly at this level of speed. He is massively FTL. He can keep up with Sephiroth, who can detect and interact with the comet flying at these speeds throughout outer space. He's massively FTL, likely even higher, and he's much stronger than the base, simply harnessing Chaos's power, allowing him to keep up with Omega Weiss. And he is massively FTL, which he can keep up with the other warriors of Materia, such as Cloud. His lifting strength should be at class M, when he's, by virtue of being able to control summons of the level of Ifrit, Leviathan, and those above them, he should be comparable to Titan, who can lift enemies as large as heavy as the Diamond Weapon. Up to class G, who he should compare to Tifa, who can lift and throw the Diamond Weapon with this much strength. Class G, he should be comparable, physically comparable to Tifa, who can easily lift monsters many times her size like weapons. He's class G, stronger than in his base form, and is basically immeasurable when he is superior to Neo X Depth and Witww-Who. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. His striking strength is basically multi-continent class. He's stronger than before, and he compared to summons, such as stronger than Ifrit. He's eventually multi-solar system class. He defeated fragments of Genova, who possibly equal to her complete state, being far above Bahamut Zero and Fury, scales to Red the 13th, who could exert power to create a starry sky and hurt his attacks. The same enemies who could endure Stardust Ray. It's even higher with his limit breaks. He's multi-galactic when he defeated Sephiroth, who was unaffected by the destruction caused by his own supernova and withstood the power of King Arthur's Slash, which basically destroyed the entire dimension of Ultimate End. It's even higher with his limit breaks. Multi-galaxy level, much stronger than the base, he was able to destroy Azul's Arc form with a single strike, which basically had difficulty blocking the firepower of the death penalty, which he can easily deflect Cerberus' gunfire, and he is at least multiversal plus. His durability is at least multi-content level. He's stronger than before. He can now control summons above Ifrit, like Leviathan and Bahamut. Eventually, multi-solar system level. He should compare to the power exerted by Red 13th, who can create a starry sky with his power with a star destroyer limit rate. He fought the pieces of Jehovah, among who the stronger, make him be comparable to Jehovah herself, as she was during the time of the Cetra, as being much stronger than Zirconidae, underwarranting the creation of the 8 weapons to stop her thread. While Zirconidae's destruction caused the deployment of a single one, it was considered unprecedented threat, even with the other summons being called before. This put Jehovah far above the likes of Bahamut Zero and Bahamut Theory. Both can sustain a personal space large enough to contain countless stars, which basically, once the summon was defeated, he was creating and sustaining starry dimensions required this much energy. He's multi-galaxy level, which, when he endured Sephiroth Supernova, which pretty much can destroy a dimension far larger than the Milky Way. He should compare to the Knights of the Round, who can destroy a dimension larger enough to contain at least 2 galaxies during their assault. He's multi-galaxy level. He's much stronger than their base. He can exchange attacks with Omega Wife when a regular wife could take Vincent out with just a couple of hits. And he's at least multiversal level. And his intelligence is very high. As a former Turk, Vincent is highly trained marksman and special ops agent skilled in infiltration, espionage, and hand-to-hand combat. Even after 30 years of sleep, he is able to fight on par with the greatest warriors on the planet, such as Cloud, Sephiroth, and his other allies. He has a wealth of experience and knowledge of combat that only became greater by traveling the planet with his new teammates and fighting all sorts of powerful monsters and enemies, including his own rights in Dirge of Cerberus. And his notable attacks, he has his limit breaks. I'm not going to go through all of them, but in level 4, he has his Chaos form, which is basically his final limit break and his most powerful transformation. And he also has his Chaos Saber, he has his Energy Shot, Laser Shot, and Burst Shot. So I put in the information, and so let's just recap. Vincent had better AP, Shadow had better speed. They both had lifting strength. Vincent had better striking strength. Vincent had better durability, and Vincent was smarter. So if you add that up, you can already know. So the winner of this episode is Vincent Valentine. So yeah, Shadow would put up a good fight, but I think since I put in the information, I think that Vincent Valentine will be the winner. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Comment down below which character should I do next. And let me know if you want to see more of this. See you in the next video.